9:32, and we actually kind of answer that question every Wednesday at this time. What if? With our Ask the Lawyer segment with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Certainly answering questions submitted by you. If you'd like to submit a question about the law and ask what if this happens or what if that happened, well, we'll try to get it answered for you. I'll tell you how to submit that question coming up in just a quick moment. But first, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is the most beautiful weather of the year.
I love a little chill. I got some long sleeves on today for the first time in a long time, so I enjoy a little bit of it. How was Thanksgiving, by the way?
Thanksgiving was excellent. The only problem is I ate the whole turkey.
Yeah, most of us went a little overboard, but that's okay. It only comes around once a year. Now,
that's right.
Bruce, we have a question here this morning. Got the email sitting in front of me, and I think you're going to be able to help out a lot. You ready to hear the question?
I am ready, Todd.
Okay, good. Here we go. Says, my husband was rear-ended while on his way to work. His doctor thought it was only soft tissue damage, but when he went back after a week in severe pain, he referred him to a specialist. After more tests, they discovered he had a small disc herniation in his neck, which required surgery. The initial offer from the at-fault driver's insurance company was $6,700. They feel that this was a pre-existing condition, but my husband has never had a neck issue in the past. He's been out of work for 7 weeks and is unsure when he'll be able to return and how limited he will be. The at-fault driver has a $50,000 bodily injury liability. We carry full coverage, including uninsured motorist coverage. Good for you. How can we make the insurance company be more reasonable? That's a question I know that you answer every single day, Bruce. So what do you say?
Well, there's a very simple answer to that. Mm-hmm. The way to get the insurance company to be more reasonable is to retain an experienced personal injury lawyer.
Right.
The offer in this case that the insurance company made is criminal.
I mean,
someone with a herniated disc and surgery.
Yeah, $6,700 doesn't even cover a visit to the ER.
That's correct. And one thing, unfortunately, insurance companies are like bullies. Mm-hmm. They take advantage of people who are not represented.
Uh-huh.
If the insurance company knew that our firm represented him, they wouldn't fool around. They would tend to their insurance policy.
So you're saying that they offered a lowball amount, thinking, "Hey, what do we got to lose if they take it? We're done."
That's exactly right. And there's another part of this answer that we usually discuss, mm-hmm. and that is uninsured motorist coverage.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like the family has uninsured motorist coverage
mm-hmm.
that they would be entitled to recover after they collected the at-fault coverage.
So somebody who obviously either listens to this program or does the right thing naturally, always we recommend getting that uninsured motorist coverage.
That's true. And if they have stacking uninsured motorist coverage, they'll be able to make a substantial recovery.
Now, the question I have is about the pre-existing condition. And, of course, that is one of the more famous things that insurance companies throw out in a situation like this. How do you work around that?
Well, in almost every case, the insurance company is going to say that's a pre-existing condition.
Right.
But the proof's in the pudding. He wasn't having any trouble prior to the accidents. I'm sure that his doctor would say that it was caused by the accident.
And
we all have a certain amount of degenerative changes in
right.
our spine, and what happens when you have a trauma, it just greatly enhances the damage and makes it worse.
So if need be, you would probably be able to access medical experts that could certainly weigh in on this too.
Absolutely. And we would have a conference with the treating doctor, and I'm sure he would be helpful.
Okay. So the key to all of this is to get started with a legal professional. especially when there's so much on the line here, the bill's racking up, him not being able to work, so he's going to want to get compensation for that, and there's certainly a degree of pain and suffering here.
Absolutely. There's pain and suffering. He lost a lot of wages. He has a substantial claim with a substantial amount of damages.
All right. Again, as I say almost every Wednesday, our ray of hope when it comes to these sort of dark situations. Thank you so much, Bruce, for your sage wisdom.
Thank you for presenting these challenging questions.
Oh, sure. And look forward to doing the same next Wednesday. Have a good week.
Okay, Todd. Take care.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, if you would like to submit a question for future consideration, all you have to do is go to our website and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. That'll take you to where you need to go. If, on the other hand, you have a problem as described here, I would bypass that advice and directly call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner. Get some immediate help. Time is always of the essence in these things. So you'd want to call this number, 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.